What's going on, ladies? It's your boy Elliot Scott from ElliotScottDating.com, and today we're actually going to go over how to tell a man's true intentions. Okay, why are men so manipulative? Why are they lying? Why do they always try to trick me into having sex with them? We're gonna go over that. In fact, we're actually gonna go over a couple things. We're gonna go over why men lie. We're gonna go over why you attract these men, and we're gonna go over how to prevent it. Sounds pretty good, right? So, diving in, I first want to make the argument that I'm not trying to argue that it's not okay for men to have sex with a woman or want to have sex with a woman. That's not what I'm arguing. I agree with that. There's nothing wrong with a man trying to have sex with a woman or wanting to have sex with a woman. That's just evolution, okay? There's two people it takes to have sex, okay? Now, I'm saying women are objects, but that's just how it is. If you're asking a man not to be who he is, from a biological perspective, I mean, that's just how it is, okay? What I'm arguing is the lying, the cheating, the manipulation, the steal, whatever it is for a man, whatever he's doing, to lie to a woman and get into her pants and to deceive her. The deception is what I'm arguing. And I do not agree with that. I think that's fucking bullshit. It's wrong. And I'm here to prevent it, damn it. Okay, so diving in, it's good to start off on why it happens instead of just telling you how to prevent it. If I tell you how to prevent it, that's just a symptom. We're not actually getting to the root of the problem. So let's start off on why people lie. Not just men, but people. Because everyone's a liar. Every one of you are motherfucking liars. I'm a liar, you're a liar, we're all liars. You probably learned at a young age, at an early age, that lying gets you your cake and you can eat it too, okay? You can have your cake and eat it too, right? When you lie. Because lying's logical. If we'll take online dating for example, because I see it online dating. I see it happen a couple times. There would be or women will come to me for it. There would be a guy will message you, okay? And he'll say, hey, what's up? What's going on? How are you? Whatever, bullshit. He's bullshitting you, of course. And then you look on his profile and you look at the top and it says, wanting to date but nothing serious. Okay, so you message him back saying, well, you're cute and all, but I see that your profile says, that you want to date and nothing serious. I want a relationship. We're wanting two different things. Now, of course, logically, he's going to respond with something like, oh, that's old, or that's just, that's just default. I didn't change it, or that was, I mean to change. I want something different now. Da 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 da. And you're going to accept it. You're going to be a good woman and give the guy the benefit of the doubt, okay? Now, logically, he's saying that because he knows if he doesn't, he's not going to get what he wants. And that's what I'm arguing. He's not going to get what he wants. Just like if you and I were dating and you asked me if you look fat in your dress, if I said, yeah, hell yeah, you look fat in your dress, you're going to flip shit, okay? Because of my honesty. That's just not, this world needs liars, but it doesn't need manipulators and deceiving little pricks. That's the thing. So that's why men lie in general. Logically, if they don't get what they want. So that you got to understand why people lie. Now, why are we lying about sex? Why do men lie and deceive women about sex? Putting testosterone and putting evolution aside, I talk about it all the time. It's the male ego. There's two types of ego, okay, ladies? There's healthy ego and unhealthy ego. And a man closely relates his self-satisfaction, his self-worth, and everything to how well he satisfies the opposite sex. If a man can satisfy a woman, he feels so fucking great about himself, it's unbelievable. And I don't mean just sexually, I mean emotionally, mentally, physically, anyway. Basically, when a woman comes to a man and she's happy to be around him, be with him, and she's satisfied with whatever they're doing, he feels great, okay? We closely relate ourselves to how well we satisfy the opposite sex, because the job of every organism is survive and replicate. And of course, we're going against tons and tons and tons of men. And to win you over, we obviously has to satisfy you. And if we do, then our chances of survival and replication dramatically raise. Now, healthy ego men aren't going to lie, cheat, steal, manipulate, or any of that bullshit. They had their ducks in a row. There's no reason for them to. He feels great about himself. He has confidence. He does have his shit together, okay? He feels great about himself. He's actually going to do more harm than good by cheating. Now, I'm not, or manipulating, any of that kind of stuff, deceiving a woman. Now, I'm not saying the man isn't going to look at other, like if he's dating you, I'm not saying he's not going to look at other women. I'm not saying he's not going to try to flirt with other women or stuff like that. He's going to go as far as he believes he should before he starts ruining things or things start to make a turn, okay? Healthy ego men are the ones you do not have to worry about. They're innocent guys. Of course, you're going to look at other women. That's just how men are. But he's not going to lie, cheat, steal, stuff like that. And you might say, bullshit. I know guys who had their shit together and then they go off and pull that stuff. Well, then he's not a healthy ego man. He probably has some insecurities that he doesn't tell you about, and that's how a lot of men are. So I'm going to make that argument because I know men. I'm a man. I see it in men all the time. You could be confident, macho, have a nice body, have your shit together, nice job, stuff like that. There's still something that's digging down at your core, okay? In that man's heart that's bothering him. But yeah, healthy ego man with a good woman. Again, a good woman is not going to cheat. There's no reason to. Unhealthy ego men, on the other hand, will. They do not satisfy the opposite sex. They do not feel good about themselves. So they have everything. They have nothing to lose, everything to gain. He's not losing, or he's not attracting women. So he has to find a way to do it, right? He has to know if he still is in the game. He has to know if he still has it, stuff like that. So he's going to do it by lying, manipulating, cheating, stealing, whatever he has to do to get in your pants. Those are those guys. The guys who don't have the ones you're asking, what's his true intentions? Those guys. Those are the ones you have to watch out for. These low ego men. Now, why do they keep on going? Like, why do I keep on attracting them, Elliot? Why am I always attracting them? This is going to be a little harsh, but I'm going to say it because I don't bullshit. I don't sugarcoat anything. I tell you how it is. I tell you what you need to do and how to get over it. And there, simplest, easiest, fastest way possible. And the case is, if you don't have much, then you haven't become much. There's a quote that goes by that, and I highly believe it, and I highly agree with it. And basically saying, if you're attracting these men, like there's a reason you're attracting these men and this woman's not. And how men usually are is they go after what, I hate to say it, weaker prey. Now, let me give you an example of this, okay? In online dating, a man's going to say what he wants, when he wants, how he wants, dirty as fuck, whatever. He's going to say whatever he wants because there's no accountability, there's no risk to his ego, and there's no confrontation, okay? Remember those things. No confrontation, accountability, risk to the ego, none of that. Now, in person, let's say there's a 9 up here. If he goes after this 9, maybe he's not saying the same things, but let's just say he goes after this 9. Let's say he feels like he has the body language and just overall feel of a 6, okay? Let's just say his body language kind of, he doesn't really take care of himself. He's just normal average guy, whatever. He goes after this 9, she's going to shoot him down. Why? Because she's up here. She's strong. She's powerful. She knows what she wants. She has her ducks in a row. She knows what she wants. She ain't going lower than a 9. She's going 9 or 10 because that's how she is, okay? She demands greatness. She raises her standards, and she ain't going lower than that. She ain't seeking a relationship. She doesn't need a man to be happy. She doesn't want, it just happens, okay, to her. It just naturally unfolds. So this guy is not, he knows that, obviously, because everyone starts off in this world with a blank slate, okay? You don't know if you're a 9 or 10. You learn, or 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, whatever. You don't know what you are until you're in reality, and people go out with you, people turn you down, you can't satisfy a woman, you do satisfy a woman, whatever it is. We're all sort of blank slates, and we kind of feel where we're at according to what goes on in life. So he ain't going to go after this high woman because he has a high chance of, confrontation, getting turned down, and lowering his ego. But these other women, let's say women who don't feel great about themselves, women who have maybe self-esteem issues or confidence issues, even though they don't think they do, they might. Are you seeking a relationship? Are you trying to seek validation? Do you feel like you need to be in a relationship to be happy? Those kind of men or women. Now, guys are going to go after that. You got to think of it as they have a lower entry level. I'm not saying they're easy. I just mean like they're more accepting of men because maybe, again, whatever reason it is. You might seek validation in relationships. You might have a low confidence or something. You might just be a really good-hearted woman and give every guy a chance. Maybe that's what it is. I'm not saying that's wrong. But men are going to go after that because they see that maybe that woman, again, I'm not talking about you, just whoever in general. Maybe she has a lower self-esteem, a lower confidence. Maybe she's seeking validation from a relationship. Maybe she doesn't want to, maybe she's 50 and doesn't want to die alone. Okay? Whatever it is. Now, guys are going to see that and they're going to sneak in there and get that shit. It's the logical reason to do it. Okay, it's logical for a guy to lie and go after the easy prey. I hate to say make it sound like that, but that's just the easiest way to put it because that's how some guys, or lower ego guys are, unhealthy egos. He's going to go after that because, again, lower confrontation, a lower risk of getting turned down. The accountability is, he goes in there, he says what he has to say, and you're going to take it. No, I say you, I don't mean individually, you. I'm just talking to women in general. He's going to go in there and say what he has to say and win you over, and then he's going to start the manipulation process. And again, he does this because he doesn't feel great about himself. He has a lower ego. He's trying to find a way to validate himself. Like a guy's trying to temporarily raise his ego, so he's like, okay, I still have it. I'm still the shit. She obviously wants my dick. I'm sexy as fuck. Now I'm going to go back out and look for someone better now. Because he got that temporary boost. But of course, when he gets out into the real world, where he's not lying, he's not manipulating, he's not deceiving, or he's lying, manipulating, he's trying to cheat, whatever. These women aren't going to take that fucking shit. They're going to throw him right back under the bus. And that process is going to repeat again. It's an unhealthy process. That's why I always say that you, men, everybody, you need to better yourself. If you better yourself, if you want to prevent these men, you got to better yourself. You got to raise your accountability, or you got to raise your standards. You got to raise your quality of self. You got to become the best version of who you are and not go for anything worse or lower. If you feel like you're a 6, then guess what? Do whatever you have to. Follow your passions. Hang out with a different group of people. Quit your job and get a better job. Start going to the gym. Whatever it is, so you feel like you're a 7, okay? Or an 8. If it's reading self-help books, confidence books, going to a therapist, whatever it is, your job is to find out where you want, at the end of your life, you want to be a 10. You want to feel like you are a 10. And you have to do whatever you have to get up there, okay? Because if you're staying at a 5, then you're going to attract men who are 5s. That's just how it is. You're going to attract men who are going to try to seek validation, who are unhealthy, and who are going to lie, cheat, manipulate, steal, whatever it is, deceive a woman, okay? Those are the kind of men you're going to keep on bringing in because you have a lower entry level, and these men are seeking out specifically these type of women. That's why men do it, okay? So if you want to prevent these men from coming in, you got to know that you got to raise your standards. You got to raise your quality, and you got to become a better person overall. You got to raise. If you feel like a 5, guess what? It's going to come off like you. I mean, you can just tell the body language, how you take care of yourself, how you feel, how you act around people. You can just tell. Okay, so with that big in depth, just landmine thrown at you. What else can you do to prevent these men? You already know you gotta raise. Okay, Elliot, I know I gotta raise my standards. I got a better quality. I need to become better quality. Stuff like that. And again, I'm not saying you're not quality. You're a quality woman, but everyone needs a better. I think everyone in the world needs to better themselves as individuals. But what else can you do? You can always go by actions and not words. I remember my dad always used to tell me, Elliot, you know, because I would bring home a paper or with an A or something like that, because he knew I was trying to deceive. Again, he knew I was trying to deceive him. He knew I was trying to bullshit him because he knew I got bad grades. But I would do really good on a test, and I'll show him like, "Yo, Dad, I'm doing okay, so don't ask for my report card or whatever." He knew I was trying to lie and cheat and manipulate him. So he'd always say, you know, "Don't tell me what you're going to do. Show me what you've done." And so what he basically meant was, "Don't be showing me these bullshit papers. I want to see that report card." Okay. And what that means with you is, you know, don't listen to what a man's telling you. Go by his actions, long term. Okay. You know, is he giving you resources? As in, is he putting time, energy, money, and all that into you? Now, of course, you can say, yeah, you know, he takes me out and stuff like that. Okay, great, but long term, does he? Any guy could take a woman out for a couple of days, and then she puts out, and then he's out. Any guy can do that. Okay, I'm talking long term. Is he putting the time, the energy, the efforts? Is he putting the effort into wanting a relationship, to maintaining a healthy relationship, to wanting to get to know you? If he doesn't, then that's a big red flag. We tend to like people more, or we tend to give resources more to the people that we like and care for. If he's not giving you those resources, and the ones you're probably looking for is you know, the rapport, the communication, the chemistry, long-term things. If he's not giving you that when that's what you want, then that's a red flag. That means you have to look at that guy and be suspicious of him. So if you're trying to find out his intentions, that's it right there. What I would personally do if I wasn't sure about it, I'd hold out on him. And I'd tell him what I want, and if he can't give it to you, then you're fucking out. Okay? And of course, he's going to lie to you. He's going to lie. He's going to bullshit. He's going to whatever. He's going to do whatever, you know. But again, if that's the case, then you got to look at yourself, and you got to actually, you know, people look on the surface of things, man. You gotta look deeper into it. Like, you gotta become a detective. You gotta look at him and be like, you know, like, why is he doing what he's doing? Why is he acting that way? You know, does he have a reason to have this low confidence, low standard? You know, is he acting like a 5? Is he acting like a 4, basically? And if you say yes, then that's the problem. Look at yourself. If you were honest with yourself, what would you rate yourself? Now, of course, when I said I bet you all probably automatically thought looks. I just mean in general, money, health, fitness, looks, your ambitions, your passions, how well you help others, your relationships, your friendship, all that. How do you rate that? Okay, your spiritual self. I don't mean religion. Just in general. How do you relate to that? And is the guy you're looking for at that level or higher? Okay. Well, obviously, I don't want to say at that level when you probably said a low level, but you know, you gotta have a blueprint, right? You gotta have what you want, and that guy has to meet that. Okay, he has to meet that. You can't expect to have a guy with a super nice body, ripped abs, and stuff like that when you don't have a super nice body. You can't expect a guy to make $100,000 a year when you don't have a job. That's just reality, guys. You can't expect that. You have to raise your standards first, and then those men will come. Because and vice versa. You can't expect a guy or a woman to make 100K but then date someone with no job, or someone who has a really nice body and puts all this time and energy and effort into his body, and he really like I'm a personal trainer, for example, right? I want someone who takes care of themselves. I do not want to date a woman who does not take care of themselves. Okay, I also have a degree in English. I want someone who's intelligent. I do not want someone who talks about the Kardashians. Sorry, that's just how I am. I'm not going to lower my standards just to get with someone like that. I'm not seeking validation. I'm not seeking approval. I'm not trying to fill a void. I don't need that. Okay, so I'm not going to lower my standards just to get, you know, those things. Oh, you know, he has or she has this, she has that. Oh, she'll do. Nah, fuck that. You need to think the same way. You got to raise your standards, and you got to bring those guys in. Okay, so I'll start ranting a little bit at the end. Damn, boy. Well, with that being said, there you ladies go. To get a better man, look at his actions, not his words. Is he giving you the resources and the time, energy, effort, the things that you want? How do you feel about yourself? If you're not filling up the par, raise your standards. That'll go up with it, because obviously, as I said before, that's what guys are going after. They're going after easy women because they're, you know, they believe they are low quality. That's all they can get. So raise your quality, girl. With that being said, I love you. Peace. I'll see you later.